Alrighty, hey guys. Okay, so I'm back again. I'm gonna get through this kind of quickly. If you hear crying, it's my baby, as you guys saw in well, if you saw my other slideshow kind of video. I have a baby now. She is a month and a half old, and she'll probably cry at some point. Um, I am currently still on my phone. Whenever I made my last video, I wasn't planning on coming back and making any more videos. So I was planning on it, but then after a while, after having two jobs and being in a breakup, I it wasn't looking like being on YouTube was going to be in my cards. So I basically just kind of gave up on that idea and didn't really go out and look for a new camera. And so I don't have one, and I don't have any editing software. So whenever this goes up, it'll be kind of crappy. Excuse my background as well. I'm in my bedroom. I've just set up my work office area. So things are a little messed up right now. Okay, but I want to do a story time today. So the other night, I went to a club, like a nightclub bar thing, for the very first time in my entire life. I'm 20 years old, and I never, ever, ever go to things like that. This is just not my scene. And then now that I've had a kid, it's like I just don't, like, I have to be home with her, and I'm tired all the time. It's like it's just not my thing. And I'm not 21, so I can't drink. But my friend, who's also my neighbor, we're like best friends, and she was gonna go to this place called Sticks. It's here in not here, it's in the town over Carbondale. Like, I live in Marion, and it's the town over. And it's kind of like it's a happening kind of town. Like, they got things going on there. And it was 80s night. So they were gonna be playing 80s music, and we were gonna go, and we were gonna dance, and we were gonna have a good time. Well, I decided to go, and I got all dressed up. Like, I wasn't dressed up. I was in jeans and like a t-shirt that had like rips on the sides, and like it was like the across the shoulder kind of like a shirt, and just like my regular shoes that I wear every other day. I'm trying to like get like most of my background like out of you guys' way. Doesn't seem to be working. Anyways, so we went there, and I had actually a really, really great time for the most part. There were like tables out there. There was like the bar area, then there was like pool tables and like beer pong tables, and then there were a couple other tables just for you to like sit at and just kind of like talk and all that good stuff. Well, then if you like went past the bar, there was the dance floor, and there was like the part where it goes like one level up, and that's like the stage area, and there was like stereos there, but there were like a few tables over there too that you could just kind of sit at, and like if you were waiting with someone who was dancing or whatever. So we decided to go over there, and we danced. I was kind of like nervous. Like, this was my first time there, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to dance in front of everybody. I'm just kind of gonna like stand here for right now. So that's what we did, and we just kind of like danced at the table with all the good music. But then the music started like getting really, really good, and I was like kind of getting a little more comfortable. I was like, okay, so I started like moving out closer to the dance floor. And then we noticed that there were these guys at the bar, like these douchey looking guys, and they had like one of the guys had like a pot leaf hat and all this other stuff. Like, no offense to people that smoke weed or anything, but anyways, I don't like it personally. And he just was like really douchey looking and like white trash looking, like just his face and the way he dressed, and it was like dirty. And I'm like, ugh. And he's staring at us, and we could not figure out who he was staring at. So throughout the entire night, if you looked over at him, he was like direct eye contact, like direct. And he didn't like look at you and then look off. It wasn't like that, oh, you noticed me, I'm just gonna look around. It was like you noticed him, and he was like it was scary. It was really scary for a little while. And it was with me and my friend Haley, who, like I said, lives next door, and her boyfriend, who lives with her. And Ricky, my boyfriend, decided to stay home, which we are back together, by the way. I know in my very last video we weren't together anymore, and that'll be my next video. I'll explain to you guys what happened there. But we're back together, and we're happy, and we have my baby girl Lydia. So, or our baby girl, not just mine, our baby girl Lydia. So that's good. He said he didn't want to go because he just didn't want to have to be a part of the club scene. He's not into that kind of thing. And he watched our daughter. And but Justin was there, And so Justin was like keeping an eye on them for us, and like we were just enjoying ourselves. The entire night, I kid you not, every single time you look over, they're staring. Every single time. And then they start moving from, like, if their like spot was right here, they just slowly started like inching forward. And finally, they're sitting at the bar still at the bar, but directly like next to us. They were like, I don't know, maybe 5 feet away from us. Maybe. And so then I was like, okay, so it's getting pretty weird. Well, then they started staring at me. And then one of the guys, the guy with the beanie, winks at me. And I was like, okay. So I told Justin, I was like, hey, he just winked at me. I just want to let you know. And he's like, okay, good to know. Good to know. Like, he's getting mad now because they're staring at Haley, his girlfriend. They're staring at me, and I'm uncomfortable. He's been my friend since, like, grade school. Like, him and I go way back. And he's a really sweet guy. And, so, yeah, and I was like, okay, this is getting kind of freaky. Like, what the hell is their problem? Well, then these girls at the bar start, like, grinding up on them, and I'm like, okay, great. Those girls they're giving them physical attention, and we're just standing over here. Clearly, they're going to pick the girls that are giving them physical attention over the girls that are just standing there. So I assumed that when those girls started, like, grinding up on them, we weren't going to have anything to worry about anymore. No, I was wrong. He just gave them attention also and then kept staring at me. Well, finally, Haley and I did need to get our, like, waters refilled because we've been dancing for, like, 2.5 hours straight, like, not stopped. And so, like, we needed our water refilled. So we go up to the bar, we're waiting, and because, like, we had finally left Justin, and, like, he was facing the opposite direction, and I'm sorry, I was, like, bouncing up and down. Not the douchey guy with the beanie, but his friend, who was, like, almost twice as douchey looking, comes around the bar behind us, puts his nasty arms around our shoulders, and goes, would y'all mind if we came over here? So I said, you have 5 seconds to back up before I nut you. And he, like, goes, okay, and, like, raises his hands. And, I mean, thank goodness he did that. That was at least somewhat decent of him. He wasn't like, nah, you okay. No, he was like, okay, whatever, cool, I'm done. Well, we thought they were done. They still continued to stare. They still continued to point at me. They still continued to wink at me. And it was just, it's so creepy. I don't understand why guys behave like that. I'm so glad that my boyfriend wasn't there because God bless him. I love him to death. He's a wonderful guy, but his temper is, like, so bad. And if he had been there, it would have been ridiculous. We would have either had to have left early and I would have had no fun, or we would have stayed and still had no fun because he's, like, mad the whole time, and so he just wants to sit there and be angry and just, like, stare at them and just be a jerk. So, I mean, I'm glad that he's protective, but he's a little too protective sometimes, you know what I mean? But he wasn't there, so that was okay. But just, like, I don't know, like, that was my first time at a club. I really didn't think I was gonna get hit on. My boyfriend was like, you guys are gonna hit on you, you're so pretty, you're so hot, yeah. I mean, he's dating me, though. Of course he thinks I'm good looking. Why would he date me if he didn't think I was good looking? So, not to say that looks are the only thing that matter, but you know what I mean. You like the way the person you're with looks, obviously. So, I mean, I was like, no, I'm not going to get hit on. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be fine. If anything happens, I will call you. I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. I really didn't think something like that was going to happen. And then when it wasn't just like he found 2 girls that were pretty or that were like, he liked the way they danced or whatever it may be. And he was like, oh, hey, look at those girls. It was like, I am taking them home if it fucking kills me. Like, he would not stop. And it was honestly, like, really freaking creepy. But that was my first experience at the bar and at a club, and it's not gonna deter me because I'm still going. But Haley and I just have a rule now that no going unless we have a guy with us, because the entire time we were with Justin, didn't make a move, didn't say anything, just stared. We walk away from Justin, suddenly it's physical contact. So we're staying with a guy anytime we go, because guys just, like, don't want to mess with other guys. Like, they don't want to deal with the other guy thing. So it just helps. So yeah, going with another guy with a male escort our next time. But it was, other than that, it was a really, really fun time. So that's gonna be all for this video. I'll probably make another one pretty soon, like very soon actually. And I'll explain to you guys what happened between me and Ricky and that we're back together. So that'll be good. For now, you can follow me on Twitter at Teresaboo, and my like page is Hey It's Tea, just like my channel Hey It's Tea. But yeah, go ahead and follow me there. Make sure you subscribe and like this channel, and or like this video, subscribe to this channel. You know me. You know me. You know me. You know me. But I'm back and I'm doing so much better, and I really, really, really want to get this going now. I've lost some weight. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, my face isn't as full as it was in my last video. Still got that big nose though. But, you know, is what it is. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I don't really have a sign off right now, so I'm just gonna end it. Bye.